like table crew or?
It's amazing. I'm doing shot clock if I'm going to do game clock.
Game clock? Okay, just kind of. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to get to the block in the middle of it now. We can let him in. I appreciate that.
Good. Some of y'all got focus on the game next week. Dallas. We're in Melissa. I'm not sure. It's a 20 minute. It's a 20 minute. We're going to have to take one. Let's go. Good job, guys. Great job. Love it. Let's keep going. Wave on me. Wave on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit that by 11. Just had to say it. Had to put it in the phrase. It's only me and Victor. You can do what our youth teams used to do it. Right foot on the line. The flag out. There, guys. Speaker won't work. They get game goals too. How many guys? Hey, look, is it working the van?
Like they say, make the last one the best one, as both goalies make it to their cages. The D1 quarterfinals set to begin here on Game On Sports. I tell you what, Morgan, you could not have asked for a better matchup than TCU Texas in the semis.
Arguably one of the toughest matchups all weekend. Crazy that you're seeing this in the semis. You might think, well, is this championship worthy of a game? I'm not so sure, but only time will tell.
Loose ball taken initially there by number 4. Continue to work it around here at the start of the game. Maurice Steen again on the far side, and
keep an eye out for 25. Jacob Jackson had at least 5 or 6 goals at least yesterday.
Yeah. Don't take your eyes off of number 25, please. Whatever you do, that is a guy they've got to find an answer for immediately, because he just hovers. And starting off, how about the shot that comes off of the head of the stick for Maurice Stein on the far side? Boy, that thing had some heat on it.
Already, you can see the level of competition in this matchup. Great shot, moving the ball outside. He said, you're not going to press that on me? All right. I'll rip the shot from outside and stings the corner. Nothing you can do about that if you're TCU. Just a great shot, great placement. Texas is up 1-0.
It only took 40 seconds to get that score on the board. Look at that, a procedure penalty early down at the X. Josh Kavanaugh now at the face-off for TCU as Texas draws first blood here.
And now we get a good look at TCU's offensive production.
Robbie Hoyt in close with the bouncer, goes over the top of the cage. Morgan, watch number 3. You know, you like those tall, athletic attackmen. Number 3, Matthew Lockman, 6'4", kid that has some wheels. Screen coming through, and that's a shot attempt. An easy save for the goalie.
Great save, great clear. The ability to push the ball out fast. Just the level of speed in which Texas plays is something that you have to watch out for today. You know, it's tough when you're an offensive player to dwell on a shot. You want to sit there and be like, man, I wish it would have went in. But just know, Texas is looking to outlet it. Their middies shoot out fast. They don't stare at the ball. They shoot out fast and are looking to get up and push them in transition.
Screen coming back around, getting his hands free is number 7, Sterling Hupp. Like he had a great look, but ball goes out of bounds. Possession is going to stay on this end. Again, number 25. Make sure you watch where this kid is, because he's a grad student, not a kid, but still, make sure you find out where Jacob Jackson is.
Yeah, they kind of post 2 up in the middle. They move the ball, are looking for quick slides to send the ball in the middle. If TCU is smart here, they don't send that slide too soon. You don't want to leave number 25 in white wide open in the middle. He will make you pay. A great finisher for them. Another shot from outside, just stinging that corner. You gotta get up in his hands. Too much space. And Texas clearly can shoot the ball from outside at a fast pace.
Yeah, Max Egan on the outside, and I tell you what, his hands are free and he fires that shot.
And that's from pretty far out. He just saw the slide. The defense couldn't get out on him in time. And that's what they're doing a great job of. They're not utilizing 25 to start out of the shoot. They're exposing what the defense is giving them.
Another opportunity here at the face-off. Another possession here by Texas. Down by 2, scores early. Everything going the way of the guys in orange.
But watch the pace in which they play. Every cut, Every pass is full speed, every dodge. And that's something you want to see out of your guys if you want to make it to the championship.
And going back behind the X, finding 45, looking for it to get his hands free. Slide comes immediately. Another shot attempt going to the end line. You have a number 7 standing there, Sterling Hupp. Another possession. Number 19 still on the other side. Find him. Not letting anybody get behind you. Jacob Jackson. As you're looking at about 24 seconds on the shot clock. Jacob Jackson coming through, another shot attempt that goes left of the cage. Out of bounds. Possession stays on this end.
Now we talked about Jackson and his athletic ability and stature, but something we haven't talked about is the fact that he played 4 years at University of Michigan and get quite a bit of playing time for the Wolverines. And to come at that from that level to this level, that's probably why he's lighting it up, is because he's played at the highest level possible for Division I. He takes his 5th year, comes and plays at Texas, and is a great example for the other guys out on the field today. And
I would say, regardless of where this guy played before, he is a superior athlete for sure. You pick that up from him just by the way that he moves. You could tell this guy has a ton of skill.
But we talked a lot about how Texas does have quite a few Division I transfers on this roster that could be playing in NCAA Division I, but are doing it at a school like Texas with a great coaching staff, great program, and the school buys into the program too.
First shot attempt there that comes off in Brady Middleton. Mac Rodvold bringing the ball inbounds for TCU. Rodvold coming around the screen. How about that check defensively? They are suffocating the Horned Frogs right now.
The double team there.
A quick outlet pass, and Jackson with the bouncer. Wide right. Possession, however, stays on this end. Sterling Hupp bringing the ball inbounds.
A good settled offense here, exactly what they need. Finally getting the ball back down. They did a great job defensively of swarming the ball, not allowing those 1v1 dodges. They don't want to allow them to take ISOs from up top. They want to make TCU have to move the ball.
Coming around, Jacob Jackson doing a good job. Again, inside in the alley, 25.
They're looking for those skip passes up top, swinging it through X.
Whew. That one right off of the chest.
A little bit different of a look than we saw yesterday for Texas is they weren't utilizing the ball from behind. And you're seeing them kick it through X a little bit more today, looking for the skip passes up top for a step down shot.
Matt Lockman with an opportunity, trying to go to the middle of the field. The alley not available. That's one thing that TCU is going to have to do, clean up their passing lanes.
TCU just looking maybe a little bit too eager on the offensive end when they finally get the ball. Remember what we've said all the time. You want to limit the amount Texas has the ball because they are so powerful offensively.
Right now, defensively, they are testing these guys on the other side. TCU probably with the sweetest jersey that I've seen all weekend. The Fort Worth skyline.
It's the Horned Frog.
Oh man, that's just a sick uniform. Working inside. Oh, Jacob Jackson looked like he had an opportunity there. Tucker Jackson on his back.
looking for a better ride here. Texas kind of not playing too physical on that ride. Yesterday we saw the Tin Man ride for Texas. And
number 47, Carlo Miggins.
here's our first really settled offensive look for TCU.
I had a glimpse. TCU just trying to slow down their offense, and boy, they are running into so much pressure defensively. They are doubling these guys and making as physical as I've seen this Texas squad yesterday. They were physical, but you could tell these guys are wanting to swap some paint here today.
And every game closer to that championship is going to be closer in score. And I think that's where physicality comes into play, is wanting to be in that championship game tomorrow.
Sterling Hupp working from behind X, getting it back to number 8, Maury Stein. Maury pulling it all the way out.
They're icing him from up top, creating cuts in the middle. Now, yesterday they had a lot more looks in the middle. I think every possession so far has been a shot from outside, which is completely different than yesterday, and maybe they're just looking at what the defense is giving them. But I'd love to see some inside passes in looks. They had a lot of success there yesterday.
Sterling Hupp with his shot attempt, and Carter Schubert, again, another save there. Schubert has his work cut out for him here in this first quarter. Time of possession favoring the guys in burnt orange.
Another turnover for Texas on the O end. Maybe the jitters are getting to them a little bit. They seem a little unsettled in comparison, but TCU is very physical also and is putting the pressure on early in this game with about 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Wow, great clear. I see TCU trying to set up their offense, looking for another opportunity. Will Gambrell working the middle of the field, getting it out to number 3, Matt Lockman. Again, they've got to ride this guy, figure out a way to get number 3 in close, allow him to work this offense. Will Gambrell, hands-free shot attempt. Rowdy standing right in the line of fire.
Great look. Just great save by Texas's goalie. He has great patience on the clear. He likes to get it up fast. He looked up, saw it wasn't there, and instead of just throwing it, he took the time and made sure he had the easy clear there.
Now under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. Boy, that's another shot that's in close. Great job there. That's Jack Egan. We saw Jack Egan. He had one heck of a game yesterday as well. Another shot attempt in these extra possessions now by UT. Sterling Hupp bringing the ball inbounds.
Great ball movement, just getting the ball around the outside, trying to see if they can get the defense to shift and someone will have a step down.
Right at 20 seconds, and Jacob Jackson with a low-to-low shot that he's trying to get by Schubert.
Jackson's had a couple of great looks, just hasn't hit the cage, and we talked about that also earlier, that just some days your shots aren't falling, but it will. You got to keep shooting as an offensive player.
You've heard the saying, shooters shoot.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Jacob Jackson is going to continue to do. Jack Egan trailing number 25, Jackson, looking for the long pole goal. LPG, fire in the hole. TCU on the scoreboard.
He knew what he had to do, and he just went out there and did it. He saw the ability to push the ball in transition. No one slid to him. One of the Texas players was trailing him, kind of got tripped up, got his hands free, shot low, stung it low, and TCU is on the board 2-1. Again, it's just one of those games where Texas has had the ball majority of the game, but the score is not showing it. Shots aren't falling. TCU takes full advantage of the fast break possession, and we have ourselves a ball game.
Back down at the face-off, and another possession for UT. Jackson inside. Boy, he is muscling that. You could tell he was going to take that the whole way. He had no plans on passing.
No, and it's just a great heads-up play there. Change of speed, change of direction. He does a great job kind of lulling his defender to sleep. He's kind of jogging, then gets full speed underneath him, switches to his left hand, and finishes low. And when you're a great attacker, you do a great job of changing your speed. And that's something that you can't teach. It's something that you got to practice on your own time, and something that he clearly has developed.
And another thing that he has that you just can't coach, and that's height. He is staring over the heads of everyone out here, as Jacob Jackson is a pretty big guy.
What are you thinking, 6'4"?
I think, yeah, about.
Yeah.
Continue to work inside. Again, 44, JT Macedo. And as soon as TCU scored, Texas comes back and they answer with a score of their own. And an opportunity here, burning that penalty, and working back outside for TCU. In close, looking for a cutter. No one there. Great job by the UT defense. Trying to hit the brakes. It's just not there. Mac Rodvold. Boy, Rowdy Brown right there in his line of sight. Easy save for number 5.
Still a great dodge by TCU. Using that weak hand, that left hand, getting your stick free. Maybe just pin that low. Not stick side high.
Maurice Stein thought about it for a quick second.
They're calling yellow, and we talked about that earlier. Yellow means
I think that's definitely
relax.
Universal. Slow down a little bit.
Slow down a little bit. Get the middies in, get the O-mids in, get a great offensive possession. We got about a little bit over 3 minutes left to play here in the first.
Woof. Boy, they are swapping paint out here. It is getting physical. As timeout is taken on the field. They take a timeout. Here we will do the same and be right back as play resumes on Game On Sports.
No, it's literally just an issue on bungees and whether or not I want to bring the ball. But I have it for the one, so. Yep. 147.
The score here is University of Texas 3, TCU 1. Heckma Harrison alongside Morgan Alexander. And the pace, Morgan, I think that was the fastest 15 minutes. I mean, we still got a minute 47, but golly, it just feels like we just went to the initial face-off. We're already under 2 minutes.
Yeah, the shot selection, the shot speed, the pace of this game is just a couple levels higher. You can just feel the intensity. Maybe it's a rivalry here. There's a lot that goes into this game, but it's definitely been entertaining to say the least.
Yeah, this is high-level lacrosse and the speed in which these two teams are playing. I think defensively right now, where I'm most impressed is UT on defense. They are shutting the shooters down for TCU, not making those shot lanes available. On the double team, the slide is coming immediately. For 42, trying to work in close. Right at 30 seconds on the shot clock. TCU still taking their time, trying to find the shot. Okay, ball's out. Trying to hustle for that ground ball, and another loose ball here. Under 20 seconds here in the first quarter. Woo, yard sale. And that's the end of the first quarter. What a pace. Can they do this for 3 more quarters, Morgan?
They definitely can, you can tell. It just means a little bit more here today. The rivalry's there. The chance to play tomorrow is there. And also, Texas being reigning champs in the Lone Star is definitely something that TCU wants a piece of. And we're seeing that here today.
Reigning defending champions out of Austin, University of Texas, looking to repeat as the LSA champion. They take a break for the end of the first. We're going to do the same and return as play resumes here on Game On Sports. Back down at the face-off to start the second quarter. Heckma Harrison alongside Morgan Alexander, and this is a game and pace that I think is favoring the University of Texas. And there's a theme. The wind is picking up.
It goes through spurts. It's been beautiful. No wind, sunny, and then it picks up. But nonetheless, it's been a beautiful day for lacrosse so far here in Melissa, Texas.
Ethan Griffin working his way back around through the alley, looking to make a pass, just not able to get his hands free. Boy, is he being hassled. But that is Ethan Griffin finding 5-hole Rowdy Brown. Can't stop him.
No, and he did a great job of making him guess. Am I going to go lefty? Am I going to go righty? He decides to split to his left, roll back to his right. Again, tucks his stick, gets underneath, finishes that shot low. Great patience on that dodge. He had to make a couple of different moves, but nonetheless burns his defender, finishes it low. Score now 2-3.
Now, the last time that TCU scored, what did Texas do? They went right to number 25 to even the score or pull ahead by another 2 scores. Let's see what Texas does here.
Well, 25 does have the ball in his stick, but I think they're looking to settle the ball here a little bit. A lot of defense they've been playing. You want to get the defense time to rest and get those O-middies in.
Working back around, Carter Schubert with the save. Sterling Hupp, not his hands free, but that's an even better save by number 32.
Just a tough look. Your O-mids were just getting on the field. You technically had no numbers. If anything, you were a little man down until he got into the O-end, curls around and shoots that shot. Now, it's there. He had the step, but you didn't have all your mids in. Tough luck.
The goalie for TCU is number 23, Carter Schubert. Find the guy there inside. Boy, trying to paint the corner, Rowdy Brown. Ball goes out of bounds. Whoa, possession going the other way. Sure, TCU thought it was going to stay on this end. And TCU down by a score, playing Texas pretty close. These are 2 teams that, for TCU, met for the first game of the season. TCU only losing by 2 scores. Egan, 5-hole again. I said it. Every time TCU with the score, they find a way to answer.
41 in white. His ability to shoot the ball from outside at such a fast pace. He is their sharpshooter. He is their go-to guy. He caught the defense kind of sleeping there, did not get up in his hands, and he said, I'm going to make you pay. And that's what he did right there. Great shot, great placement. You got to get out in him sooner if you're TCU.
Joseph Kavanaugh back down at the X for TCU. I'm going to earn another possession. Right now, they are dominating at the X. Is Wes Gilbert. Another win at the X's. He's finding himself in the alley. Pass out. Boy, you cannot get this guy in that close. Maury Stein again. Another score. And the snipers are out.
Again, just numbers on the backside. The coaches saw it from the sideline. You're pushing the ball down in transition. You see numbers down low. Spin it low. Nobody in sight. A quick fake and finish. Just recognizing where the slide's going to take the longest time to come from. Fake high, shoot low. Nothing you can do about that if you're TCU's goalkeeper there. Great ball movement for Texas.
Carter Schubert's got to be asking himself, man, what do I got to do? I'm finding these guys, getting them in my line of sight, and they're finding a way to get this ball past me. Another possession here for Texas. 12:04.
Lacrosse is a game of runs. I think you can see that so far. TCU went on a little one. Texas is now on one. I'll be interested to see when TCU calls another timeout, if they start to run away with it.
Now working it in close, defending, hands free. And I think that timeout that you're requesting may be coming sooner than later, because right now Texas is pulling away, and that is another score here in the second quarter. 6-2 is the score in the second quarter.
It's just those shots that weren't falling in the first are now. Great spin dodge to your left hand, hands free. Just a great shot, great placement, and ability to use both hands.
And this is where the difference is coming. Different face-off guys each and every time. Trying to get the fast break. Joe Kavanaugh not able to maintain the possession. And timeout called by the University of Texas. They take the timeout, and much needed for TCU as well. We'll return as play resumes on Game On Sports. Play set to resume here at the Sports Village, the Z Complex in Melissa, Texas. Both of these teams with numbers and depth. But I'm telling you this, the specialty guys in orange, boy, they are spinning it, Morgan.
Yeah, depth definitely plays to their favor. Ability to move the ball quickly on the perimeter. All the things that you love to see. Tough skip pass. One of those passes, if you make it, it's fantastic. If you don't, like right there, you're shaking your head. Because obviously, as I've reiterated multiple times, that the numbers are backside. How you get it there, though, is the bigger question.
And you see the pressure being applied on the ride. Across the field, and that's going to be an errant pass. Goes out of bounds and a turnover for TCU. Looks like they're going to say that that ball was tipped. No one's going for it. Texas going the other way.
Another miscommunication offensively for TCU. They're just not taking care of the ball, and we've talked about this time and time again. If you give Texas that many chances to score, they will. They absolutely will. They haven't had a lot of time of possession, period, here in the first half. It has favored UT. We don't have the stats to say how many minutes it is, but I'm telling you, I think it's double digits now at this point. Yeah, definitely.
As we are at 10 minutes here in the first half, Carter Schubert trying to get down on a knee to get the save. Don't want to see that guy with the ball on the head of his stick. They can't stop him. You said he was off the mark a little bit there in the first quarter. He's found a home at the back of the net now.
Yeah, his ability to shoot from outside, shoot from inside, power and finesse. Right here, just steps down with his left hand. Shoots low to low with a lot of power behind that shot. He's just a great shooter, great lacrosse IQ player. You can tell he's played at the Division I level for a long time. And he brings that spunk, that flair to this Texas offense.
and gives them a bona fide killer. I mean, he is the guy that, look, it's almost, if you think about it, like say a Michael Jordan, and I'm just making a comparison analysis between playmakers. If you need a score, you know who to get the ball to, and I think Texas has that at number 25.
And having that guy is super beneficial.
Skip pass inside, another score, 8-2 with 9 minutes left in the first half, and timeout taken by TCU, just trying to stop the bleeding right now if you're the Horned Frogs.
The offense is clicking. That's the biggest thing. They're able to spin the ball fast, find cutters down the middle, and finish those shots. In the first quarter, they were a little slow, and now they're really setting in to this offense and really pouring them on TCU early here.
The timeout that Morgan was requesting, they take a break. We're going to do the same and return as play resumes. Morgan, the question is, if you're TCU, you call a timeout there, what are you thinking? Obviously, with conventional wisdom of lacrosse, what are you telling your guys?
Just taking care of the ball on offense. They have come up with quite a few stops defensively. It's just every time they come up with a stop, they turn the ball over on offense. And I've said it time and time again, if you give Texas the ball over and over and over again, they're going to score goals on you. So just more accountability on the offensive end. Great time out there, right? Stop the bleeding while it's happening.
Great dodge.
Great save.
And Carter Schubert stepping right into the line of fire.
And I remember I was talking to some of the TCU coaches before a game early on this season, and they told me the TCU goalie could have played at the Division I level, and he chose to go to school like TCU because, obviously, of the football, of the atmosphere of a school like that. So his caliber as a goalie is something that they're looking to, utilize as the backbone of that defense.
I'll tell you what, he's having a tough job today because he is being peppered with shots. So many shots coming at him, and really, I think that first quarter did a great job of stonewalling, getting the early saves, but man, it's just the dam has broken here in the second quarter. You've got to find a way to get things rolling again if you're TCU. I've just completely taken this from you when it comes down to lacrosse, that it is a game of runs and no lead is safe. So I think right now TCU has just got to settle themselves down by 6 and just chip away at this lead.
Well, and the last thing you want to do is allow them to get to a 10-goal lead and have that running clock.
Yeah.
Because then that puts you in position where even when you do score goals, the clock just continues to tick and tick. And you see the ability to come back. Maybe not in your near future.
Boy, trying to work them way back inside. Number 21, Mac Rodvold, just not able to get through the crease. Great pass from Lockman, but even better save. Rowdy Brown denying.
It's a pure all-out hustle play. I thought TCU had that in the bag. They moved it, backside, found the ball where the numbers weren't, and then the end line run out to beat TCU for Texas to get the ball back. Just shows their heart, their drive, their discipline on this Longhorn team.
The last guy anybody in purple wants to see handling the rock is that guy. Spin move, hands free. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yikes.
Yeah, 25.
Yikes.
25 in white. We're seeing a completely different style game than we saw yesterday. Yesterday, he had the one hand or the BTB, whatever you may call it, in the middle. He had all those different looks, and today he's kind of standing outside on the perimeter, allowing the ball to shift, stepping down, switching hands, and creating the shot for himself. He's so extremely hard to guard because you don't know what player you're going to get on a day-to-day basis. Is he going to play inside? Is he going to play outside? He adjusts to the defense well. You can tell he's just a student of the game.
Wow. Spin move, hands free, and he clocks it. Another score for Texas as they are, again, up by 7. What a pass. And, wow, Maury Stein. He has been eyeballing that shot now for about a quarter and a half, and he finally gets that to fall.
But again, watching this play from the start, it goes back to just a couple minutes ago. We talked about that skip pass from one side to the other. Watch 25 in white skips it across the field. That's a tough pass to make, but when you do, it opens up and exposes this TCU defense. And he can shoot from outside and score almost every single time. Again, one of those skip passes, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it's a turnover.
And I'll tell you, that's one of those things that you only see at the next level. Guys that have the ability and vision to make that kind of pass. And obviously, Jacob Jackson has it.
100%. That's just pure vision to know where the backside is weak. And to know, hey, I'm going to skip this ball through quite a few sticks to that backside so that he can step down and get his hands free. Just great lacrosse IQ.
Tucker George. Pass on the near side, back to number 8, Steen. Boy, all trying to score before you have the ball on the head of your stick. Again, down by 7, TCU is going to have to chip away at this lead. .549 left here in the first half.
So the 10-man ride, you can see TCU trying to utilize that by shooting a shot from the goalie or all the way down here. And we saw a couple of those go in yesterday. Not a bad look. The 10-man ride is also something that's super beneficial when it's going your way. But if you have a person that can shoot a full field shot like that, they will make you pay on that.
Working back inside, and that's a pass. Back to Lockman, Matt Lockman. Excuse me, that's number 33. Mason Wells with the shot. Another shot attempt, boy.
Another end line run out in favor of Texas. That's just disciplined defense. Understanding the shot went wide. I'm going to all out hustle to that end line to give us another chance to score.
And here we are right at under 5 minutes until halftime. Matt Lockman looking for a pass, outlet pass, does not work. Another turnover. Cole Batcher. Excuse me, Balker. Another save, Carter Schubert. 25 rings the pipe, and the ball comes right back to him. Are you kidding? Are you absolutely kidding? The ball rings the pipe, goes right back to Jacob Jackson.
That's just an all-out effort by Jackson. Stings the pipe. Nothing more frustrating. Follows his shot. Gets his hands free again. Picks it up off the pipe. Shoots it low. Great shot. He's just such a great shooter. And not that much more I can say about this kid, and just that you can tell he's played at the highest level possible, and he's demonstrating that here today.
No, he is, and the guy is a baller. They're trying to fight for the loose ball, ground ball taken on the other side by Parker Ells. Going to get a holding penalty on this end. Long pole. Number 42 with this shot attempt.
Getting the O-mids here in on the field. Getting this offense set up. We know who their go-to guy is.
Oh, yeah.
About around 3 minutes left to play. Spinning the ball.
Another one ringing the pipe. Boy, Carter Schubert has got to be annoyed by that sound.
Now we're seeing a little bit of a different look. Jackson behind the net, something we haven't seen. He's kind of posted up in that corner over there, in that right-handed corner.
Good chase down for the ground ball.
Now TCU getting a chance to show what they can do offensively.
Haven't had a quality possession, has TCU, in quite some time. It seemed like they've spent all of their time on defense. .42 on the move, looking for a cutter, finds a man. 32 gets inside, and that is Will Gambrell with the score.
TCU finding themselves back on the scoreboard here. Just a great seeing that he's using his stick, his body. 22 and White's body's not in front of the play. Extends in front. It's just an extra step on him. Great shot. Low angle there, but hits that corner.
And Gambrell, he's like he's got a backpack on with Jacob Rollins all covered all on him, and he's still able to command his stick and get that shot off.
About 2 minutes left to play here. Not a full shot clock. Look for them to work the ball. You want a good possession here. Great cut.
That's sick. Maury Stein with the, now is that showing off? Give it to me. Come on, Coach. Tell me, is that showing off a little bit? A little BTB action, just, oh my God, like pose for the frame. Number 8, getting everything to go his way.
Great stick, great awareness of where the slide's coming from. When you catch and cut through the middle, you know you're going to be crashed on defensively. He saw he wouldn't have great angle with an overhand shot, possibly would have gotten stuffed there. Reminder, the behind the back is an extension of the stick to create a better shot.
Another pass, skip pass across from Jackson. Doesn't find a home for Maury Stein, but
TCU looking to play with a little bit of urgency here, but not looking to just throw the ball out of bounds, which they have done numerous times. But we're headed here into halftime with 30 seconds left.
Ethan Griffin working inside with the pass out. Again, working down the alley of the Horned Frogs as the defense comes. Yeah, they guys are having to work so hard offensively on these possessions. Nothing coming easy right now to the guys in purple. Griffin with a dodge, running into the double team. Flag comes out. Maybe a man-up opportunity here for TCU. Got a 1 minute penalty, so no matter what, this is going to carry over into the second half.
A little confusion here on the time left on the clock. They're saying around 50 some odd seconds left with the man up here. Unnecessary roughness in the middle on that dodge when the defense collapsed.
And these Texas coaches are barking at their defense, trying to get these guys to get over.
They're a very defensive-focused coaching staff with their professional and collegiate experience playing at that position.
Yeah, working their way through, and that's TCU taking advantage of the man-up opportunity.
A great hesitation here. Can't wait to see the replay on this one. He really sold that pass. You know, sometimes when you're playing in a man-down situation, you kind of can lull this defense to sleep. He's thinking, oh, he's probably going to pass it right to his right. Nope, he fakes the pass, sneaks it underneath, and sticks it low. Just a creativeness by TCU, something that we talked about how their assistant coach plays in the NLL. He's not here today, but he's brought that creative style of play to this TCU offense, and you're seeing it here today.
And we're locked in at the face-off. Who wants it? Loose ball coming. Ground ball taken by Texas. And that is the end of the first half. TCU 3, Texas 10, and they have went on a roll. TCU trying to find an answer. They haven't had much of one for these guys.
Yeah, there's definitely moments where this TCU offense is showing their creativity and their ability to score, but it's just the all-out hustle and discipline of Texas that's really coming through right now. We'll look to see what TCU draws up at halftime. Well, we have a great second half coming your way.
What's up? Nothing, it's just scaffold's all loose. Look. Uh-oh. Yeah, look, let go. See that? It's on both sides. Nah, you be fine. Huh? That's not good. You don't think it's a screw? No, it's not. sure you don't get blown up. I'm trying not to.
They don't know the side.
Okay, just make sure you talk about them. I know you know what it is.
Is it, how come?
Just a better follow. It needs to be more important. No, you're fine. Kind of cool off you.
Someone said my name.
No, I think they put this one on wrong. Completely messed up. We are? Yeah. Wait, is this the sideline? Okay, never mind. Okay. No, it's literally completely this whole game. When you push it up. Look, give me more slack. Well, I took it off because that's what was pulling it up when I was moving the camera.
Okay, here, hang on a second. I gotta show you what to do on this. Take it down to the
Heckman Harrison here for halftime, and the score is University of Texas 12, TCU 4. And a bit of a surprise here. Rory Sanders, the goalie for UNT. Rory, look, I've known you for quite a long time, sir.
20 years.
Or more.
2003?
Yeah, it's been about, or more. So
time flies.
Time does fly. Rory is the goalie for the University of North Texas, and this wouldn't be an interesting story at all other than the fact that you are 46 years old, decided to go back to college, and not only are you playing at the University of North Texas, you are playing lacrosse with your sons. So you have got to break this.
Chills when you say it that
way. You've got to break this down for me, Rory. What made you want to do this, man?
Oh, it was supposed to be a joke. It started out as a joke. I think the tryouts were, hey, wouldn't it be funny if? That's how that's how it started. It was, there was a process of getting back into school and doing all the things, and it's local, right? So it's just I live 10 minutes from campus, and my boys are heavily involved in the lacrosse program at North Texas. So, and it was kind of a joke with my wife. Who said, "Hey, wouldn't it be funny if you tried out for the lacrosse team?" And I was like, "Yeah, it would be." I said, "Why not?" What I didn't have enough on my plate working full time. Going back to school, and the idea was full-time school, right?
Right.
So you have to be a full-time student to play, even in clubs. So there's some rules. So, and we checked eligibility, and I said, you know what, I'll try out and see what it is. Our first practice, it was raining. We were in a parking garage. Yeah. That's what we had to work with, and none of the team even knew that I was trying out. I think some of them probably had a hint, but I just kind of showed up and did the conditioning workout, and I was like, I probably could outrun at least half of them is what I'm thinking, probably even in my age. And I think, I'm not too sure, but I think I qualify as far as age to be the dad for everybody, even the coaches.
Even the coaches. Rory, usually when someone tells a joke, people just laugh and go on with it. What about the challenge of being enrolled in school full-time and coming back and being a goalie? What intrigued you so much about that? Going to school was the number one. I wanted to finish something I had started, so I have 2 years of college left, and there was an opportunity that popped up that just made sense for me to go back to school and finish. I don't need the degree. I'm pretty successful in my career, and I'm established. We've worked together, so I'm in my career, so it's something I wanted to do. The lacrosse thing was, I'm going to be at the games anyways. Right, my son's playing, my son's coaching. I'm going to be at the games anyways, and all these years I've been sitting on the sidelines. So I said, "Hey, you know what? I'll play." I didn't want to play goalie.
Not that it wasn't a choice, but I was like, my first instinct, I wanted to play midi.
Yeah.
I wanted to run, right? That's what I wanted.
I got to ask you this. How are you holding up physically?
Besides the finger, I've been playing with a dislocated, I believe a dislocated, it's a ruptured tendon in my knuckle for, it's 3 weeks. Wow. So it's just pain.
Any other ailments like after the game, or do you feel it after the game?
Nah, the only thing I feel is the shots that went in.
Yeah, that's
it. Those are the ones when it hits you in the inner thigh and goes in. It's not the pain. It's like it went in.
Yeah, right.
I like to say I'm a competitor. I just like to play my position and play it well. And this is the first team sport I've played, especially at this level. So, and watching these guys play out here is another level. So I got a lot of experiences this season. Got to play with my boys. Got to play in Missouri against some top ranked teams. It's been everyone's been super chill about it. So I've really enjoyed it.
Man, Rory,
it doesn't hurt that much. I promise you. You can do it.
I can.
Come play.
And I won't. I'm gonna keep this headset on. Man, Rory, thank you for joining us, man. Look, man, I've known you for a long time. You've been crazy since I met you. Thank you for staying crazy, buddy. Man, that is awesome, man. What a motivating story, man.
You're the best.
All right. Back in action for the beginning of the second half. Heckma Harrison alongside Morgan Alexander. The score 12-4. Texas just rolling. That possession taken by TCU. A great conversation there at halftime. Rory Sanders, 46-year-old goalie for the University of North Texas. It was a joke that was made, Morgan, that made him go back to school, enroll in school for full-time to earn his degree and play lacrosse with his kids. That is, talk about motivation.
It's definitely a very cool story.
Yeah, cool guy. I've known him for 20 years. He has been that crazy as long as I've known him.
I'm seeing a sense of urgency here by TCU. Very hard pressure, physical. They're coming out of the half, ready to attack on the O end. Haven't had much success in the first half, but this is not the TCU team that we have seen all season. That first half was not a great showing of who they are. And you knew coming out of the half, they weren't going to let up.
Yeah, energy is back in the building for these guys in purple. And you see it, whatever was said at halftime, obviously they adhered to it. And again, grabbing the loose ball and coming back and getting a score. But what has Texas done every time that TCU has scored? They have answered.
It's just the relentlessness all over the field, that back check, that extra effort to strip the ball out of his stick.
Ball goes out of bounds. Possession going to go the other way to the guys in orange. Maybe an opportunity there, missed opportunity there for TCU. They look like they had numbers.
They definitely had numbers there, but, just getting a little excited, throwing the pass maybe a little bit too soon. It's hard to not get wrapped up in those transition plays and wanting to utilize them, but sometimes a possession is bigger than a transition goal, especially when every possession matters for TCU moving forward as they're trying to dig themselves out of this hole.
Down by 7 here in the third quarter. University of Texas slowing the pace down a little bit, Morgan, to start the third.
And they've kind of played a little run and gun to start. So they're saying, all right, let's slow it down, get the ball around, stick to what is working for us, and get a good shot off here.
Maury Stein offensively setting things up for the Longhorns. Now
Force feeding the middle a little bit there. You want to get it to 25. We do know that. But not at all costs, especially when you just get the ball on offense.
Number 33 making his way to the middle of the field. Boy, he has Texas defenders all over him. Mason Wells trying to call his own number. Brady Middleton setting up the offense. Slips, but keeps the possession in the alley. Passes out. Whoa. All right, Morgan. What's you got?
I mean, like I said, they're coming out with a sense of urgency.
What you got?
Just moves the ball fast. Quick split dodge to his left hand. Great shot, great placement, upper left corner. Just good ball movement and great full speed split dodge to make this now a 6-goal game. Seems like to me TCU came out ready to play. And Texas might have settled into that goal, that lead that they had going into the half. Another turnover on Texas's end. If I'm them, I might consider calling a timeout somewhat soon. Just does not seem like the team we saw in the first half. The bench isn't as amped up, and it seems like it's translating on the field here.
I think another score on the other side for TCU, and you may get your wish. Roller there, trying to get it by Rowdy Brown. Carlo Miggins. TCU doing a good job just slowing down this offense, but trying to set up from behind X to catch a cutter.
Looking for cutters in the middle here by coordinating the offense from behind.
Boy, Cole Balker coming in close. He had an opportunity, but again, just not able to get any scores. That does reset the shot clock, however. Oh, another one, Rowdy Brown. That shot's going to go all the way to the highway.
That was a picture-perfect draw and dump. Dodged hard to his right hand, had the alley. Defenses collapse. Moves it back to the opposite side. Shot just nearly missed.
Multiple opportunities, possessions here for TCU also. We didn't see that in the first half. They were one and done on possessions.
You can see they're controlling the tempo of the game better. They're not forcing things as much. They're getting through their offense. Riding hard. All the little things, and it's making a bigger difference here in this second half.
Okay, I guess their game got delivered from Fort Worth finally here to Melissa. And
took a little while.
Took a minute. Oh, Rowdy Brown standing right in the line of fire, looking for the numbers. Maury Stein trying to get the loose ball. TCU taking advantage of every opportunity. Look at the footwork there by 25, Tucker Jackson with the long pole.
It's that fast, clear that Texas likes to run. Save, quick outlet pass down the middle, but just was not on target. And like I said, it's a turnover waiting to happen.
Guy on the back of him, number 47, Carlo Miggins, is just continuing to fire away. We have a penalty here and man-up opportunity. 1 minute, illegal body check on number 42. If you're TCU, you definitely want to take advantage.
Just seems like the momentum has definitely shifted. They've had the ball for most of this third quarter, and now we're in a man-up situation.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Whoa! Smoke show, Mac Rodvold hanging ornaments.
Yeah, just a simple man-up play here, recognizing where the slide is going to take the longest time to come from. Kicks it. He sees the slide is just a little late from up top. Probably 51 should have gone. Stings it high. Really taking advantage to the cards that they're being dealt in this third quarter.
The momentum has shifted. Morgan, and everything that you outlined as far as what TCU needed to do at the end of the first half, they have done. And they have the attention to detail, but they are attacking those ground balls, and they are sticking it to Texas on defense.
It's starting with the face-offs. If they aren't winning it clean, they're attacking the ball. The wing players are getting involved. And ultimately, they've had the ball for a majority of this third quarter, which is not what we expected going into halftime.
Not at all. And this is the first time that I think that we've seen Texas, and they look a little shook right now.
Yeah, they're definitely a little confused. I think just the style of play TCU has come out with, it's what they can do, just we're not executing. Another turnover by Texas on the clear. Clears have been huge for them. They cannot get that ball over midfield, and it's just really showing, and TCU is just attacking them on the ride.
It's literally like a full court press happening here on every possession as you see Ethan Griffin on the dodge, trying to get to the middle of trying to get to the alley, being denied. That's a turnover. Possession now, 8 minutes left here in the third quarter, and wow, kind of feels like the second time that we've seen Texas on offense.
Definitely in a settled offense, I think it is. I think they have not been able to clear the ball, and when they have, it's been a turnover and transition.
Is there such a thing as a feel-good goal?
Yes, beautiful, beautiful place goal, something that 25 in white will give you. They've given us a couple here in that first half, but this half's been a whole different story.
Max Egan trying to work in close, passed, and there it is. Is that the feel-good goal?
Yeah, that's a feel-good goal. I'll give it to him. Any shot 25 in white does is pretty much a feel-good goal in my eyes. Just, again, his ability to shoot both hands, flashes middle, not super far out. It's not a finesse shot, but it's definitely a power shot. And he just gets his hands free so quickly, ball spinning, and he just fouls through. And he's like, that's easy money for me.
That is
he's
easy
like,
money.
That's my sweet spot. I'm good.
I'm sure they've talked about it at half about trying to keep a body on this guy and not let it make it as easy as it's been. But here, again, another win at the exit. 25 is playing his guitar again.
Again, just off the face-off, his ability to realize, all right, on the face-off, I'm going to let him run in, draw my defender away from me, then I step in and finish that shot. Just great lacrosse IQ, recognizing, okay, straight down, the defender leaves. Now he's got to step, foul through, lefty shot. And I'm also biased to lefties because I am a lefty myself, so, you know.
There it is. Not just that he's a superior lacrosse player. He's a lefty. How about that?
But, you know, having a left-handed attacker on a team is super beneficial. Typically, you get so many right-handed people, and it brings a whole different type of ability to an offense to be able to attack from that left side. Well, that right side if you're looking at the field the way we are.
Shout out to all the left-handed people in the world.
Yeah, but if I'm TCU, I'm just, like, not letting him get the ball. I'll make anybody else have to step up.
Well, sell out to stop 25 is what you're saying.
Well, he's had, what, 5 goals?
Yeah. It is next level.
6 goals.
Yikes.
It's not just his ability to shoot. It's his ability to know when to cut to get open. It's not super simple because, you would say he is the best player on this offense. So it's his timing of his cuts and recognizing, okay, I cannot cut until the ball shifts here. And if he was 3 seconds earlier on that cut, he wouldn't have had a great angle to shoot. There's so much more that goes into his ability to find the net and make these quote-unquote easy shots. It's what he does to position himself to put himself in that place.
And they hustle.
Well, it felt like TCU had a run there, but just as fast as they scored, Texas has answered.
You have numbers here for Texas, but number 42 elects to pull it out. And that's Powell. Great decision by 42.
And they still have numbers here. See 33 trying to get in from the box.
Got players down, and that's JT Macedo, number 44. I think he took a shot to the midsection. There for a quick second, it looked like TCU, they captured all the momentum, but somehow, some way, Jacob Jackson, someone said, look, get it into 25's hands so he can slow this down. That's exactly what he did. And pulling it back out to number 8.
He's kind of played a different role, I would say, this half of switching it up from hanging on that outside elbow, trying to be open from outside, now hanging out more in the middle, waiting for his defender to leave him. He just does a great job in both aspects of the game.
Warstein back to Egan. Egan trying to sneak the bouncer. Will Roth trying to work the clear. Ton of pressure being applied. No penalty. They thought play had stopped, but it didn't.
You just got to keep playing until the whistle is blown. You hear that all the time. I know growing up as a kid, my dad would always be like, keep playing. The whistle has not been blown. Don't self-incriminate and act like, oh, should that have been a push? What should that have been? No, if it's not called.
That's exactly what you're looking at right there. I love that, self-incriminating. That's exactly what happened right there. Everybody said, you're not going to blow the flag. You're not going to blow the whistle or throw the flag? Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I did.
Now we do have a flag down here, so it's a free play technically for TCU on offense.
Matt Lockman, big man making a move, and that's a shot. Boy, whew.
Another flag being thrown. Looking to go 2 men down on this next offensive possession for TCU.
Get unnecessary roughness. So like you said, 2 down here. If you're TCU in this situation, how do you expose these guys? They're down 2.
Stay wide. Keep them honest. Find the open guy they're going to play in that zone.
Oh.
It's just a tough look, right? You don't need to force feed your 2 men up, but manage to get the ball back. 30 seconds left on one of the man-ups.
And you just feed it right to Roddy Brown. That's an easy save.
And 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Would have loved to see them take some more time on that and find that wide open person or multiple people, considering you are a 2 men up.
So one of the penalties officially burned for Texas. Looks like we're at full strength here.
TCU getting another look on the O end after blowing that 2-man up possession.
Uh-oh.
Great double team.
There's somebody free, just not able to find the open man. So it was tip. Possession stays on this end. Boy, physical play. Ball goes back out of bounds, and we're at 2 minutes.
And what do we expect out of these two teams? Physical, to say the least.
Yes.
Taking a hit after that shot.
Will Gambrell working through the alley. Hands free, and that's one that pings the pipe.
And a reset on the shot clock here.
Matt Lockman trying to work inside, gets it back to 32. Open 5-hole, boy, had the right idea. Possession going the other way for Texas.
My guess is he maybe said a couple of choice words to the referee on that side of the field.
Universal signal for unsportsmanlike.
How much time is left?
135. 135 in the quarter. 135. Let's go.
Another man-up possession. They have 2 men down again. 51 in white, 8 in white on sportsmanlike conduct, giving TCU a 2-man edge here on this offensive possession.
The last time they had the 2-man up, Morgan, you criticized TCU for being a little too quick on the draw. What do you think they should do? Are you saying slow it down again? You're at 1:35 here.
Yeah, I think you don't want to give Texas a chance to get the ball back. And also, when you are 2-man up, you got to expose it. And exposing things sometimes in a zone defense takes time. The more and more you spin the ball outside, the more you'll find the holes in that defense. If you just pass twice and rip a shot, it's not necessarily the look you're going to get, the best look you're going to get.
We are again back outside for TCU.
Much better ball movement. And no one there to back up the ball behind. Again, something Texas does a great job of. They back the ball up consistently, but kind of something as a coach that's inexcusable for a team is to not back the ball up, especially when you're man up. And you know, it's a hard one because you get so amped up watching that shot, and you're hoping it goes in, and then Texas is relentless on those end line run out, and they will make you pay if you aren't paying attention.
Minute 21 left here in the third quarter. They take a break on the field for the timeout. We'll do the same.
I don't think it's going to foul though. You know what he did? Sorry? So wait, so 46 seconds left. I'm sorry. I'm doing this backwards. I'm backwards. I'm counting up on the timer, so. 120, sir.
120?
Yes, sir, 120. Patrick. You're at 46 seconds left to the penalty. Yeah, both of them. There's their time. Yep. 46 seconds, sir. Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Minute 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Number 25, Jacob Jackson, taking matters into his own hands for the University of Texas and extinguishing a run. Wow. Wow, Sterling Hupp by himself with the clear and the score.
I tell you
what
what,
execution.
When Texas,
and they're down 2.
Yeah, when they're going full speed, they are going full speed. It is unreal to watch them in transition like that. Just the vision. Now here, low, stings it high. Everything was right in that play. Full speed off the ground ball, sprints down the middle, passes it low, low to high. It's just awesome to see a beautiful transition play like that here late in the game.
Played out in real time. That was great execution. And another win at the face-off.
They're still man down. So 2 men down. So maybe pressure out here. You have extra people on the field. Typically, you pressure out in double team.
Yeah. Oh. If you're going to do it, he's the guy to do it. He's the guy to do it. You make sure you get, hey, you should sell out and do that the whole time anyway against number 25.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be careful pressuring him too far out with the slide, not too close by, because a player like that will just run by you.
Stein inside, boy, he hits the pipe on the far side. Great execution by number 8.
That was a great shot right there at the end. Really just stinging that pipe. I thought that was going to go in. Great placement, great dodge. Definitely the shot you're looking for there with the clock winding down.
So for the 4th and final quarter, Morgan, if you're TCU as a coach, words of advice on how to approach this 4th quarter.
You know, it just boils down to face-offs, which we always say, time of possession, and getting good looks. I think they've been given quite a few opportunities to be 2 men up and have not taken advantage of those. Just really utilizing every possession in their favor, and also just knowing who their go-to guys are offensively for Texas, and getting pressure and getting on their hands early and not letting them dictate the tempo of this game, because Texas is probably going to try to slow it down a little bit now being up by so much, which could really, if they score one more, it's running clock here for the rest of the game.
TCU out of the huddle. As Morgan said, one more score here for the University of Texas, and it is a running clock. Those are the rules, and TCU knows the same thing. They have been victimized at the face-off. I think this has set the tone here for Texas in their lead.
And this was a tight game when they played each other earlier this year. And we talk about teams that peak at the right times. A lot of it boils down to coaching and what the coaches can do to make changes and utilize players in different positions. I think Kyle Hartzell does a great job of that for Texas.
And the update on the other field is A&M up 12-6 on LSU. We saw LSU yesterday. Morgan, you were highly impressed by the Tigers in the way that they defeated KU.
Yeah, they came out as the underdog, and they found a way to gut out that win. It was a tough win, a very physical matchup. But Texas A&M is another one of those teams, well-coached, disciplined. And if they are the team that Texas matches up with tomorrow, it'll be a great matchup.
Yeah, championship weekend this Sunday. Boy, it is going to be great. Game On has done a wonderful job of making sure that all of your LSA lacrosse has been provided all weekend long. Doesn't stop today. Tomorrow we continue in handing out trophies for the Division III, Division II, and Division I Lone Star Alliance champions. Whoa, shot over the top of the cage. Right back to Stein. Another shot over the top of the cage.
Shot clock has been burned down here. 2 good looks on Cage. Gonna toss that one to the end line. Let the D-mids get in and press on this ride here.
And
they're in that 10-man ride.
Toss to the corner.
You can see the goalies down here guarding someone. Net's completely free.
Woof. Wow, what a woo! Cold Fidge, boy. That push with possession, staying on this end.
Now looking to see Texas play some more settled offense here. Couple tough transition plays.
When you have a guy, I mean, obviously Texas A&M, they are going to watch the film and see what number 25 can do. When you have a threat like that on the other side, I mean, as a team, do you just say, look, we're not going to let one guy beat us and we're going to sell out, send multiple guys at him? Or is that the danger in that in lacrosse is that he'll be able to find a cutter? Or there are guys free if you approach it that way defensively.
Personally, as a coach, I would rather make somebody else have to do the job. If someone's going to score 6, 7, 8 goals on you a game, make somebody else have to step up. I would rather take the chances of somebody else that doesn't typically score a lot messing up, because you know 25 in white probably is not going to.
So sell out.
Yeah. So the short answer to your question is yeah, sell out. But I wonder when they'll pull him from this game, being up almost 10 now here.
Well, he only played, what, a quarter and a half the last game?
Yeah.
Carter Schubert, another save. Again, all the way out of the cage on the other side for the Longhorns. Again, the trap, shot, score.
It's that 10-man ride. It's great when it works, but can be easily exposed if you can clear the ball out, get it out, push it up, and he's still shutting off those adjacents with nobody in the net. It's exactly what he did here. He just kept running. No slide, no one in the net.
Now, we've seen that approach a few times on the 10-man ride from the University of Texas. Saw it yesterday, and a few goals scored late. Now, who's going to win the ground ball war? The possession going to TCU. So the move being made inside by TCU. Now working from behind the X. Woof. Stick all the way up around the net. Around the neck. No penalty is going to come out there, so another man-up opportunity. Another man-up opportunity here for
the amount of
TCU.
Flags that Texas has had this game, penalties, it's kind of been a little overwhelming. Haven't seen that out of them yesterday, but their physicality is definitely showing in this matchup. You can tell competitiveness really coming out. They're just an aggressive style defense. They double quickly, and sometimes that results in penalties. But if I'm a coach, I'd rather have them playing hard than not.
Trying to get a pass over the top of the cage, and that finds its way. That's number, I believe that's 32 on the far side.
Just a quick skip pass. It's exactly what you want when you're man up. Finding the backside with a late slide. Great shot.
And that's Will Gambrell, number 32 for the Horned Frogs.
TCU creeping their way back in here, trying to limit Texas's run to not get that running clock on them.
Procedure penalty. Really nice language being used on this side. Lockman with the pass to the middle of the field. Right at about 10 minutes left in the game for TCU. Horned Frogs have not gone away. They are continuing to fight. Well, the defense is just staying stout for Texas. Another ground ball. Oh, and a reset of the shot clock for TCU. Moving inside, number 42. The pass from behind the X over the top. Just Will Gambrell not able to handle that pass as UT on the move.
Now getting the O-mids in here for Texas. Haven't seen them have the ball It's a pretty long possession for TCU. Wasn't a bad look in the middle. Great ball moving there. Just couldn't collect that ball in the middle to finish that shot.
Hey, we need one more team, Eddie. Hey, Ralph, stop. Sorry, I don't know.
You know, I know you can't tackle number 25, but I make him think I'm going to tackle him. I'm running out at him.
Yeah, it's just sending the early slide as quick as you can. Whenever he starts to dodge, you just immediately go and hope that the shift comes so that they can't find someone wide open backside.
Tomorrow, if I'm A&M, I'm trying to send a message early to number 25.
They're well coached over at A&M. Their head coach played at Cornell, and he knows what he's doing. He's been there a while. Very disciplined team on that end. I really do think it'll be a good matchup tomorrow between those two teams. If that's how this all irons out, but we still have 7 minutes left to play here.
So you can go ahead and book Texas A&M because they won 14-6.
Yeah, so the winner of this matchup will be playing Texas A&M tomorrow for the championship. We're just waiting to see which one of these teams guts out today's win to clinch their ticket there.
Tomorrow, getting an early preview to those SEC matchups that everyone is looking forward to, Texas A&M and Texas. Get the preview to that in the lacrosse championship. Stein outside on the hashes. Oh my gosh. He's
the vision. Seeing that skip pass down low, finding the open guy. He is not afraid to push the ball and find that open person through traffic.
Errant pass, and I don't think Jacob Rollins can do that. TCU just trying to work their way back topside. Nothing has gone their way. Even when they've stolen some of the momentum, boy, they have found a way to get back into this game. And I don't know how Rowdy Brown got that save or where that ball went, but let's just say he used every bit of himself to get that save.
He did, and he's had a great game today, coming up with some great stops. When TCU think that they would make that shot easily, he's came up big for this Texas defense, and like we said, he is that anchor for them, that voice, very aggressive style defense.
Woo. He's having to make some adjustments over there in between the pipes. Boy, that was the definition of selling out to get a save for your team.
We got Texas back on offense here. Haven't scored in quite a bit. Looking to see what they can do. They haven't pulled any of their starters yet. Not sure that they will.
Look up, look up, look up. Let's go, D!
On the shot clock.
Money ball, Sterling Hupp, question mark shot. Really spin move.
Came harder on the crease with his left hand. Just a full speed cut. Not stopping his feet the entire time, squaring his hips up. You want to make sure when you're coming across the crease that you just don't catch and shoot. You got to square your hips up 100% to the goal to make sure that you have that great angle and follow through, which he did a great job of there. Looks like some of the starters are now coming off the field for Texas in these final 5 minutes of play.
Your coach, Kyle Hartzell, you've got to feel really good about the way that your team competed today.
Yeah, and we talked before this game about what did we think. It was a tight game earlier this year, but clearly Texas has gotten quite a bit better.
Yeah.
Made some adjustments, and that's what you look for in a very disciplined team is I've said it time and time again, someone that's playing midfield to start the year might get bumped to D, vice versa. You never know. You iron things out as the games go on.
Yeah, much better team. And I tell you what I've seen them make the noted improvements, not only shooting, but defensively. They swarm teams, shut them down, make it hard on the ride. TCU hadn't been as tough for TCU as we've seen it for other teams, but other teams just haven't had the ability to get it clear against these guys.
Exactly. And TCU has, in their credit, there's been moments where they've exposed a lot of what Texas likes to do of clearing the ball fast, 10-man ride. They've exposed them in some ways. But again, not quite enough. And another goal here for TCU.
Brady Middleton with the score for TCU.
Showing glimpses of what this TCU offense can do. Coming hard, dodging hard here. Running away from pressure, putting it out one hand, lefty, step down, rip shot. Pinning that corner. Not much you can do about that if you're Texas defense. Just great handle by TCU.
Another procedure penalty called. Possession going the other way for TCU. Another possession here for TCU. See if they can clip into this lead. Ethan Griffin going down to and moving the goal, get a crease violation. And with that crease violation, ball's awarded back to Texas and going the other way.
Yeah, we have a new group of Texas offensive players looking to see what they can bring to the table here. But just another failed clear attempt by Texas, giving TCU the opportunity, but with no numbers here. Guys coming in, some O-mids subbing in and out of the box. About 3 minutes left to play here in the fourth.
Morgan, we've called a ton of lacrosse together in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
If you can
say that again.
Yeah, think of, with just what you've seen, who has been the most impressive so far over the last couple of games?
Definitely Texas. I haven't seen them play all year. I've seen TCU play. I just think their ability across the board to take care of the ball, have great possessions, find the open person, spin the ball. They just do all the right things with high lacrosse IQ. But I think that comes down to just the discipline that they have as a team. They do different things. They like to clear the ball fast, having some success, the 10-man ride, things like that. I like the spunk that they play with, and I think it'll carry with them throughout the rest of this tournament and even further potentially in this season. Got 2:30.
Another shot hits the back of the net and score. Mason Wells still chipping into this lead, number 33.
Yeah, just finding again those numbers. The slide was late there by Texas. He saw that he could just step down, get his hands free, shoot low to low, but with some speed behind it. It's a great finish. Finally, Texas gets the ball back. They have not had the ball at all, really, in the last 5-ish or so minutes. And some of their other guys getting to see some playing time in this tournament, which is also very awesome for maybe some of the younger guys that don't typically see the field. To see that at this late in the game is definitely something that, as a coach, you have to be happy with.
Wes Gilbert, who has been their guy, number 33, down at the face-off now and on offense.
2 minutes. I came in to take the ball. Well, that was mine. I was talking to him earlier.
Great ball movement here. Really spreading the wealth.
on, done a phenomenal job. But